Hi, I'm Nick Rummel with Caterpillar Preventive Maintenance. Today I wanted to talk to you about air filters and air filter maintenance. We're looking at this 242 skid steer. This is the air filter here, the air filter canister. I'm going to go ahead and pop it open. And most people just think this is just the lid. Well, it is the lid, but it's also the dust ejector. Now what the dust ejector does is as the air comes into the air filter, it's swirling around the outside of the air filter and gets deposited all the way back here behind this ring. Now, as long as the dust is loose, it comes down, falls through a hole in the bottom and out the bottom of the dust ejector. Now, what can happen is, especially if you work in rain or wet conditions, is that dust turns into mud and can actually plug the bottom of this dust ejector, which only can pack our air filter more and more full of dirt. Now this machine's new, but the principles are still the same. Now this air filter is a radial seal air filter. So you just give it a little bit of a wiggle when you're pulling it out. Now it says radial seal on it, and the reason why it's radial seal is because it seals on this inside diameter. The reason why we went to this style of filter, as opposed to the old filters that sealed on the outside diameter here, is it provides a much cleaner joint. For example, if our air cleaner cover came loose for some reason, this filter is more likely to stay in place and continue to filter as long as we've got a good continuous seal. Now, this filter we can clean periodically. You never want to bounce the filter against the ground or against the loader at all. What that can do is fracture the paper inside. Now, as you can see, lastly, we have the secondary air filter. This is the last line of defense before this dirt enters your engine. You never want to remove this filter until you have a new one in your hand to remove this one and install the new one. The reason for that is to reduce that contamination. Any little bit of dirt that gets into our intake system can create a large amount of damage in our engine and shorten that engine's serviceable life. For more information, please contact your local CAT dealer.